Hi, welcome back to Layers of Cakes. I'm Cakes, and today I'm going to talk to you about tooth care. So I am not a dentist. This is my disclaimer. I highly recommend you do your own research, talk to your dentist. The tooth powder isn't as satisfying as the toothpaste that we're used to with like the foaming action and all that. You don't get any of that. I also follow it up with a mouthwash, and I'll show you how I make that as well. Okay, so the first ingredients is bentonite clay. The bentonite clay is very inexpensive. I got that container for $2. It's 4 ounces, so that's very inexpensive and it goes a long way. It is your main ingredient. So it's rich in calcium, magnesium, and silica, and it detoxifies your mouth. And it also will pull out the contaminants in your mouth. Next one is baking soda. Baking soda can be abrasive. It also tastes really bad, but it is very vital when you're brushing your teeth. So when you brush with baking soda, do not brush hard because you will take off the enamel and enamel doesn't come back. So again, if you're going to make your own DIY tooth powder, do your own research. Okay, so the baking soda actually absorbs odor really well, and it removes surface stains and plaque. The next thing I use is tea tree oil. So the tea tree oil is an antibacterial. If you choose to use essential oils, do your own research. But it's an antibacterial, and when you have any germs or anything in your mouth, you really want to make sure that you eliminate those and you're not carrying them from day to day. Your mouth is like the portal to the inside of your body, and if your mouth is dirty, your body's dirty. So you want to think in those terms. And then after that, I do peppermint. I use a peppermint flavor, and this really is just more of a flavoring. You can use a peppermint essential oil. The peppermint flavoring is way more intense than anything. It's a super concentrated peppermint form. So if you don't like super intense, you don't need to use it at all. But it soothes pain and it freshens your breath. All right. After that, I'll put in some ginger. It's really good for your digestive system. It's an anti-inflammatory. It makes your mouth tissue healthier, and it kills the rhinoviruses that cause colds. So that is so neat that you can actually help prevent colds from even getting started if you're brushing your teeth with ginger. Now, I put cinnamon in my tooth powder. I really enjoy cinnamon. Cinnamon tastes really good. If you don't like it, don't put it in there, but make sure it's very finely ground because this will also damage your teeth if you're brushing real hard. Okay, so cinnamon fights bacteria and fungal infections. It is an antimicrobial, and it prevents tooth decay and reduces bad breath. Now, I also make a tooth powder using charcoal. So this is already my tooth powder that is pre-made with the activated charcoal. This is for whitening my teeth, and I'll use this about 3 times a week, only in the evenings. You do not want to brush your teeth every single day with activated charcoal. It can definitely damage your teeth if you're brushing too often with it. But I really do enjoy using that, and it really has whitened my teeth. Activated charcoal helps with whitening. It helps control the tartar and bacteria in your mouth. But again, use caution when you're brushing your teeth with any kind of toothpaste that has activated charcoal. Okay. So the benefits of using your own toothpaste that you make is there's no preservatives, no flavoring, artificial colors, and it's fluoride free. You're making such a conscious effort to buy organic toothpaste. go a step farther and do a little bit more research. And I think you'll be surprised what's actually in your toothpaste. So the mouthwash that I use is basically the same thing. I use this apple cider vinegar container, and I like reusing this. Pink Himalayan salt cleans and strengthens and remineralizes your teeth, and it helps with whitening. It renourishes your gums with potassium. The Pink Himalayan salt helps to diminish the bleeding, and it helps prevent gingivitis. So salt is actually a very good thing to have. I also put the tea tree oil in my mouthwash, the peppermint in my mouthwash, and baking soda. So it's a simple recipe and it's really refreshing and it works really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do everything. Oh, one thing. I use filtered water. Come on, let's do the recipes. That's about 3 cups of filtered water, and it's 1 teaspoon of baking soda per cup. So I'm going to add 3 teaspoons. And 1 teaspoon of Pink Himalayan salt. And just a couple drops of the tea tree oil. And a little bit more of the peppermint. And put your lid on. Give it a good shake. And just shake it till everything's dissolved. And there you go. Refreshing mouthwash. Use a clean container, and with bentonite clay you don't want metal to touch it, but this lid is actually lined with plastic, so it's going to be fine. Alright, so I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. And then next is the baking soda. And I'm going to do 1. There's a little less than 1. And 2. So I ran out, but that is about how much I would put in. So that is okay. And I'm going to do the cinnamon. Okay, so about a teaspoon of cinnamon. about the same amount of ginger. Now, if you want to use a spice grinder, use a spice grinder. It does help when you add the oils in, but again, I don't have one, so. All right, and then the tea tree oil. Just doing a couple drops of tea tree oil. Peppermint. Thanks for joining me as we made some DIY tooth powder and mouthwash. I hope you can benefit from this video, and I hope you're able to make your own. But seriously, do your own research. It's so important to know what you're putting in your mouth. Do your own research. So, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.